we're glad you could join us here on Country Standard Time. We've got a great hour lined up, Jeannie.
Oh, yeah, we got Statler brothers.
Yeah, my favorites.
Conway, Twitty. I think Loretta Lynn's back with us
Loretta,
today.
the Possum, George Jones.
Oh, you couldn't do a show without Jones, can you?
I want to discuss later about this jacket you're wearing, where you
All
went
right,
to school.
we'll talk. We'll talk.
About
We'll have
this
time.
And the tea, and you were a cheerleader.
Cheerleader, yeah.
We'll get around to all that, but we'll get the thing underway right now. Not the mousy kind of rat. I mean rat now.
Well, I was born to coal miner's daughter in a cabin on a hill in Butcher Holler. We were poor, but we had love. That's the one thing that Daddy made sure of. He shoveled coal to make a poor man's dollar. My daddy worked all night in the Van Leer coal mines, all day long in a field of hoeing corn. Mommy rocked the babies at night and read the Bible by the coal oil light, and everything would start all over come break of dawn. Scrubbed our clothes on a washboard every day. Well, I've seen her fingers bleed to complain there was no need. She'd smile in Mommy's understanding way. In the summertime, we didn't have shoes to wear. We'd all get a brand new pack from a mail order catalog. Money made from selling a hog. Daddy always managed to get the money somewhere. Yeah, I'm proud to be a coal miner's daughter. I remember well the way I never thought of ever leaving Butcher Holler. Well, a lot of things have changed since way back then, and it's so good to be back home again. Not much left of Florida, nothing lives here anymore, except the memories of a coal miner's daughter.
What a great way to start a show off with the coal miner's daughter herself, Loretta Lynn.
From the movie of the same name,
Right.
Coal Miner's Daughter.
She's great.
I told you on the start of the show I wanted to know about this yellow or gold sweater you have.
This is my high school letter. Truly it is. I found it in my trunk.
Where'd you go to school?
In Townville High School in Townville, Pennsylvania.
Oh,
so I thought
Townville.
I'd wear it for all the folks back home and for all of my classmates, wherever you've moved to. I still remember you.
That's a
This is
huge
for
city.
you.
Townville. In fact, they're going to have the World's Fair there next year.
Well, you know, a bunch of us were sitting around talking one night about, they said, well, my hometown's so small, we've just got one traffic light. I said, we don't even have a traffic light. We got one four-way stop sign, and we wouldn't need that, because when you get there, if there's anybody coming, you know them, and you're going to stop and speak and talk to them anyway, so.
It didn't have no newspaper either.
No.
Is it because everybody knew what everybody was doing
That's
anyway
right.
before the newspaper came out? Well, give me one of your old school yells there.
Oh, me.
I bet you were a cute thing out there doing that.
Well, you know, I loved school because, to me, school was show business.
Did y'all have a good football team?
No, moving right along, school was show. In fact, we didn't even have football at my school till my senior year. I graduated in 1958. I don't mind telling my age. You know how I look at that theory about age and...
No.
Because I feel like if I complain about how long I've been here, God's liable to look down and say, well, I can fix that. And I don't want the other choice. I'm happy that I've been here.
I seen some of those schools, though, that were little schools, had a football team. It was the poor. They didn't have one football.
Yes.
And when they kicked it, field goal up in the stands, somebody tried to get it and run off with it. They had to catch him, get the ball back.
I'd have another school council meeting, come up with some more fun. Well, that was about the way it was because I was a majorette in my senior year when we got football, but unless you could fit into the majorette boots that somebody donated, you couldn't be a majorette, you know. It's kind of like after you get in country music, you know, it doesn't matter how well you play guitar. It matters if you can fit the band uniform. Remember when it used to be like that?
I played football, and any helmet you get on, I had one you could put on the head and twirl it around. It was a big one.
Were you a big football star?
No, I was terrible. I was terrible. My daddy was a blind man in the bleachers watching me. I was a terrible football player. I was too little.
We better get on with this show tonight.
All right, what's coming up here next? Do you have any idea?
No, let's watch, and we'll all figure this out together.
No, I know who it is. It's Conway Twitty.
Oh, yes, I remember him.
And he's going to do a song. He put the words to this. A guy who used to play piano for me named Floyd Kramer wrote this, had this out. Conway put words to Last Date. Here it is.
It's over. Too late now. I find I care. Her sweet love, nevermore I'll share. She's gone. I'm alone. I was wrong. Should have known. Took her home after our last day. I searched for a simple way to tell her what I had to say. I kissed her, then I turned away, set her free, foolishly. Destiny, misery, tragedy on our last day. Took my ring from her trembling finger, brushed the tears from my baby's eyes, walked away. I was too young to realize, so blind I couldn't see how much she really meant to me, and that soon she would always be on my mind, in my heart. I was blind from the start, lost in love on our last day.
All right, Faron, we got a video coming up on you. One of my favorite songs about you, but after I met you, I thought, he is going to do exactly, he is doing this. He is
That's my
living
life.
fast, loving hard, and he is going to die young. I'm glad to see that didn't happen.
This is a living testimonial to the singing Sheriff Faron Young. Live fast, love hard.
But he's too old to die young now.
That's right, they're going to put it right on my tombstone. I'll always be young. Watch this.
I wanna live fast, love hard, die young, and leave a beautiful memory. I don't want slow walking and sad singing. Let them have a jubilee. I wanna leave a lot of happy women thinking pretty thoughts of me. I wanna live fast, love hard, die young, and leave a beautiful memory. Million beings not approve of the things I do. It really don't bother me. Don't ever think you're gonna tie me down. I'm gonna stay footloose, fancy free, jump like big tracks, move out, and let them pretty gals and me. I wanna live fast, love hard, die young, and leave a beautiful memory. Oh, yeah! Die young and leave a beautiful memory. I'm a wampus cat, let me grab my hat and baby, come on with me. We're gonna do some fancy stepping, really going on a spree. I'm gonna live fast, love hard, die young and leave a beautiful memory. Million beings not approve of the things that I do, but it really don't bother me. Don't ever think you're gonna tie me down. I'm gonna stay footloose, fancy free, jump like big tracks, move out. I let the pretty gals and me. I wanna live fast, love hard, die young, and leave a beautiful memory. You better believe it, mama.
And I am living fast and loving hard with Faron Young this week, and I love it.
Joe Allison wrote that song. He used
Did
to
he?
be a disc jockey here in Nashville. And I didn't want to record that song. I didn't like it. And Ken Nelson said, yeah, you will record it, or you will die young.
It sounded like it was written for you.
Yeah, but it come out to be the #1 hit for me around 1955. I was about 7 years old, 7 or 8 years old back in 1955. Hey, this next guy, I hired him when he was just a kid. We were talking the other day on the show here about Johnny Paycheck. And back when he was Donnie Young, well, this Darryl, he used to go as Darryl Young. Those were the two that came down here from up in Ohio. He's
Oh,
from,
that's the Darryl you were talking
Yeah, the
about? I
Darryl.
didn't make the connection.
and Darryl worked with me about 6 or 7 years fronting the band and singing tenor with me and played bass. And then he made some records of his own. But this particular clip is a show I was doing, and I got just give Darryl a break. I said, you need to be seen, so we're going to put you on this show.
Now, Darryl McCall is his real name, right?
I guess.
Okay, as far as we
As far
know.
as we know, that's his real name. He's a cute guy, though, a nice guy. He lives here in Nashville, Tennessee now. Mr. Darryl McCall.
When the mailman came to my house this morning, I was waiting right there for him at the door. When I opened up and read your last letter, then I knew that I would wait for him no more. 'Cause you said, dear one, there's something that I have to tell you. Oh, dear one, there's something that I have to say. Yeah, yeah. Well, dear one, it's tall, dark, and well, you know how it is. And dear one, stole my heart away. Oh, please don't cry. Try not to be sad. Yeah, I tried and I tried, and not to hurt you bad. Well, I tried so hard, oh, not to give in. But I lost my head, then I lost my heart, then I lost your love to him. Then she said, dear one, there's something that I something that I have to say. Yeah, yeah. Well, dear one, he's tall, dark, and well, you know how it is. And dear one, he stole my heart away. Now, baby, you know, dear one, he stole my heart away. Oh, dear one, he stole my heart away.
The very talented Darryl McCall. You know, the whole McCall family is very talented. I work with Darryl's brother, Dennis. He's with the background vocal group at the Grand Ole Opry. I work with him every weekend.
He had a sister, too, that sang. Used to work
Diane?
with Charlie Leuven, yeah. Oh, well, that's very interesting. But I got something very interesting here that I want you to watch with me, and we'll be back with a whole lot more good country music on Country Standard Time with my friend Jeannie Seeley. We'll see you in just a second now. Don't run off too far.
But when I dream of you. Maybe someday it will come true.
This group of fellas right here, I first met when they came to Nashville and recorded for the Mercury label, then Mercury, now it's Phonogram. And you know, they're still with that label, and everything they put out seems to become a hit record because they're so talented. And these guys have more awards, I bet, than any group there is. I don't care who you name.
You know what I like? The comedy stuff. What's the Lesser Roadhog?
Roadhog.
Funny.
Yeah. But and I love the harmony and everything that they have. They're a good group, and they're one of the big hot groups across the, well, international stars.
And they're nice to people.
Yep. The Statler brothers, ladies and gentlemen, watch.
She was standing in the crowd, all alone, looking pretty, listening to the music that we played. She walked up and whispered, I leaned down and listened to the request that she made. Do you know you are my sunshine? She asked so sweet and tenderly. Do you know you are my sunshine? And would you do it one more time for me? Border to border and ocean to ocean, I still look for her every place. Chasing the sunshine each and every night, I'm searching every crowd for a face. She's gone just as quick as the song that she asked for, taking my sunshine away. But someday when I finally look down and see her, I know just what I'm gonna say. Do you know you are my sunshine? Do you know what your smile did to me? Do you know you are my sunshine? And it looks like you're always gonna be. Do you know you are my sunshine? Do you know what your smile did to me? Do you know you are my sunshine? And would you do it one more time for me? Do you know you are my
What about this next clip? You wrote this.
I wrote this song. You know, when the cowboy craze first started coming in, I was hanging around.
Urban cowboy thing?
Well, just, I don't know whether you call it Lukenbach taxes and all that. I don't really remember. Probably early 70s, you know, mid 70s, when all the cowboy craze came in. But I thought, I had this idea, and I thought, boy, for once I'm going to be in on the beginning of a craze. I'm going to write some, because all the guys were singing songs about cowboys now, and there's not one for a girl to sing. I'm going to be on top of it. So I wrote this song, and I had this producer tell me, He said, it's a great song, Jeannie, but this cowboy craze isn't going to last.
It lasted about 10 or 12
About
years.
10 years, yeah. But anyway, I don't know when this clip was done. I'm afraid to always look at my clips.
Well, I figured if you wrote it and you had all these, I said you're an opportunist. You figured no girl has done this yet. Ha ha.
I'm a business person.
You're
one of the people I learned from. Faron, not only are you a great entertainer, but you've been a great businessman for years. I'm trying to learn from you.
I never did think I never wanted to be poor again, so
yeah.
If I figured if my voice went, at least I'd have real estate. That's why I really invested in the real estate, and it did very well.
I'm working on that, too.
Yeah.
This is another attempt at songwriting in the cowboy era. This is Mama Never Told Me About Cowboys, and she didn't.
Well, come here, I'll tell you all about them, honey.
First hand, right?
Mama told me what to look for in life. Mama told me what to avoid. She told me to always make up my own mind. Mama never told me about cowboys. At the ripe old age of 18, I left home, looking for some place to make a life of my own. God help me, Texas was to be my first choice. I did not know about cowboys, but I fell right in with the rodeo crowd. I could be laid back and I could be loud. I found me a cowboy with a new pickup truck. He taught me to dance and he taught me to love. Mama told me what to look for in life. Mama told me what to avoid. She told me to always make up my own mind. Mama never told me about cowboys. As long as I live, I'll remember the trail ride. He told me I'd be his young Texas bride. But alone now I listen for our baby's voice. Wish Mom had known about cowboys. Mama told me what to look for in life. Mama told me what to avoid. She told me to always make up my own mind. Mama never told me about cowboys. Wish Mom had known about cowboys.
Welcome back to Country Standard Time, and all you George Jones fans, we're not going to make you wait any longer. Here he is, George Jones.
I guess I ran to Rhonda for her sympathy. Julianne does all she can to take your chains off me. Then next in line came Caroline. She has your long black hair. I can close my eyes and make believe you are lying there. If I could put them all together, I'd have you. But that's more than any mortal man can do. So I'm drawn to the neon lights. I'm tortured by the truth. If I could put them all together, I'd have you. fire. But your memory's staring back at me when I look into her eyes. It's hard to be contented with all the rest. Once you've loved the perfect woman, and once you've held the very best. If I could put them all together, I'd have you. But that's more than any mortal man can do. So I'm drawn to the neon lights. I'm tortured by the truth. If I could put them all together, I'd have you. If I could put them all together, I'd have you.
If I could put them all together with everybody's favorite country singer, including mine, George Jones. Well, except for Faron Young this week.
Well, see, I pay her well to say these things, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
want to
you
get
see.
along.
Poor thing looks like she's starving to death.
I'm
The
in my
sweater-
old clothes.
Yeah, the sweater's too big and the whole thing. You talk about somebody that can sing, though, never gets tired of, is Bobby Bare.
That's right. You're talking about somebody who does not care.
He
don't
does.
you?
He does not really give a hoot.
That's
But he's got a song where he really, instead of staying laid back, he really kind of moves a little bit, like you saw me
Yeah.
doing a couple clips when I was doing Going Steady.
The
Well,
Shel Silverstein song, so you
Right.
know it's funny.
It's called The Winner. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Bobby Bare.
Here's a song about some fellers and people that we all know real well. They drink a lot and hang out in bars, and sometimes they fight. Hear that huck of a man with a beer in his hand, looked like a drunk old fool. I knew if I hit him right, I could knock him off of that stool. But everybody said, watch out, hey, that's Tiger Man McCool. He's had a whole lot of fights, and he always came out winner. Yeah, he's a winner. But I'd had myself about 5 too many, so I walked up tall and growled. I faced his back, then I faced the fact that he had never stooped or bowed. I said, Tiger Man, you're a pussycat. Then a hush fell on the crowd. I said, let's you and me go outside and see who's a winner. Well, now he gripped the bar with one big hairy hand, and he braced against the wall. He slowly looked up from his beer, and my God, that man was tall. He said, boy, I see you're a scrapper. Now, just before you fall, I'm gonna tell you just a little about what it means to be a winner. He said, you see these bright white smiling teeth, son, you know they ain't my own. Mine rolled away like chiclets down the street in San Antone. But I left that person cursing, nursing 7 broken bones. And he only broke 3 of mine. That makes me the winner. Yeah, now he'd be hiding this grin. I got a steel pen that holds my jaw in place. A trophy of my most successful motorcycle race. And each morning when I wake and touch this scar across my face, it reminds me of all I got by being a winner. He said this broken back, why, it's a dying act of old handsome Harry Clay. That sticky Cincinnati night I stole his wife away. But that woman, she gets uglier and she gets meaner every day. But I got her, boy, that makes me the winner. Woo! He said you gotta speak loud when you challenge me, son, 'cause it's hard for me to hear with this twisted neck and these migraine pains and this big old cauliflower ear. And if it wasn't for this glass eye of mine, I'd shed a happy tear. Just think about all you're gonna get by being a winner. Well, I got arthritic elbows, boy, I got dislocated knees from picking fights with thunderstorms and charging into trees. My nose been broke so often I might lose it if I sneeze. And boy, you say you still wanna be a winner? He said you remind me a lot of my younger days with your knuckles clenching white. But boy, I'm gonna sit right here and sip this beer all night. And if there's something that you gotta gain or prove by winning some silly fight, well, okay, I quit. You be the winner. So I stumbled from that barroom, not so tall and not so proud. Behind me, I still hear the hoots and laughter of the crowd. But my eyes still see and my nose still works and my teeth are still in my mouth. And you know, I guess that makes me the winner!
Girls, girls, girls. That's what I like about the show. We got so many good girl singers on it.
I told him to say that.
Especially you, right, right.
This next lady coming up, I am so proud to say she is one of my best friends and has been since about 1964. You know, the only trouble about your best friends when you're all in the same business, you just don't get the time to spend with each other.
That's true. You've gone to one town, she's in another town.
That's right. And even in Nashville, she lives at one end of the city and I live at the other. We're talking about Dottie West. And Dottie, it's about time for us to meet halfway and have lunch.
Yeah, that sounds
We'll
makes
talk
sense.
about Faron.
Yeah, that'd be write another book. I'm in everybody else's book. You might as well be in y'all's.
Oh, you're going to be in mine.
Sing, Dottie, sing.
They're saying I'm just your clown, and any fool could see that you're just having fun. You're not in love with me. The words they're saying may be true, but there's something they can't see. If I'm a fool for loving you, well, that's just what I wanna be. If I'm a dreamer, let me dream. If I'm your clown, I'll steal the show. If things are not the way they seem, please don't ever let me know. it's because I just don't want to see if I'm a fool for loving you. Well, that's just what I want to be. If I'm a fool for loving you, that's just what I want to be.
That's a marvelous lady, Miss Dottie West. I remember when Dottie used to travel with us when she first came to Nashville, her and her husband Bill then, and worked show days. And I helped her get her first bus up in Pembina, North Dakota. And she's become a great entertainer and an international star since those days.
You know what I've been thinking? I'm the only one who didn't come to Nashville and go to work with you, so let's start touring together. What do you think?
You got it, baby.
We'll talk about it on the break, and then we'll be right back with some more of Country Standard Time. Could we talk, Faron?
Yes.
I wonder if I'll ever see blue skies again. Now in the distance, that home is.
Faron, we've got a lady coming up next who was once a duet partner of yours, so you should be able to tell us some stories about Margie Singleton.
Well, at the time, I was on Mercury Records, and her husband, Shelby Singleton, was my producer. And she's the only girl I ever recorded a song with. And I had to do the tenor part on the song that we did. And I was not a very good tenor singer, but the song went to #1. It was called Keeping Up with the Joneses.
I remember it well.
But Margie is from right down the neck, my neck of the woods. She's from Cedar Grove, Louisiana, which is a suburb of Shreveport, Louisiana.
You know where it is, you just can't say it.
I can't say it today. But this is not the song that I did with her as a duet. This is her by herself. A beautiful lady and really a great talented lady that's kind of went into retirement now, though. She's remarried and just staying home, I guess, because I don't see much of her around. If they do work show days, I don't know about it.
Yeah.
But you'll enjoy seeing her again. Miss Margie Singleton. Okay, Louisiana girls.
Today I burned your old love letters. I burned them slowly, one by one. Before I'd light the flame, I'd read them to try and find the wrongs I've done. The first you wrote me was the sweetest. The last one broke my heart in two. And all alone I'm left here weeping o'er the ashes of your letters tied in blue. As I burn your old love letters, I watched my dreams go up in smoke. I lived again those precious memories. I heard each tender word you spoke. The first you wrote me was the sweetest. The last one said that we were through. Our love is there among the embers, in the ashes of your letters tied in blue.
Oh, yeah.
Your old love letters with Margie Singleton. Faron, what time is it?
What time is it? It is Country Standard Time, and we shall return on time right after these important messages. Come on back and visit with us.
The Brazos said Waco, ride hard and I'll make it by dawn. Cross the Brazos said Waco, I'm safe when I reach San Antonio.
You know, Faron, I grew up listening to Ernest Tubb records, so naturally one of the greatest thrills in my life was when I got to meet Ernest Tubb, and I think this is one of his best records, too, called Let's Say Goodbye Like We Said Hello, and we may have to do that.
We're going to have to say goodbye.
Is it time?
It's that time, and then we'll have Ernest sing. But first, let me tell you that we shall be back tomorrow. We're very happy today, but we shall be a lot happier if you return tomorrow, same time, same station, for Country Standard Time with this beautiful girl and yours truly, Faron Young. Have a good day.
What did you say? Come back, well, tomorrow we'll find out.
Right, bye-bye. See y'all.
Learn to love them too. I hope and pray somehow, sweetheart, they'll make me think of you. A tender smile, an old love song, a heart so light and gay. Let's say goodbye like we said hello in a friendly kind of way. Let's say goodbye like we said hello in a friendly kind of way. Something wrong, your love is gone. I've no reason now to stay. We live and love, we meet and part, and broken hearts must pay. Let's say goodbye like we said hello in a friendly kind of way.